Joining me also right now is Alok Pandey. Alok, so a mega celebration in the evening with the Deepotsav and the Aarti that is lined ahead for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. But apart from that, a very crucial link to also the 2024 Lok Sabha elections.
Well, yes, let me just start by just giving all of us a sense of what was happening just before you asked me the question. So the Prime Minister was at the Ram Temple construction area, also known as the Ram Janma Bhoomi. In fact, I'll just step aside and ask Rajesh to give you a few shots of the crowds that are still streaming in and going towards the main Ayodhya Ghats for the evening ceremony. So right now, the Prime Minister was at the Ram Janma Bhoomi where he was inspecting the under construction Ram Temple, and he was also offering prayers at the temporary Ram Temple that's come up inside the Janma Bhoomi. In fact, if Rajesh can just zoom in and show you a little, the lights here have also come on. So this is the decoration from the highway to the Ram Ki Paidi, which is the main ghat where the Prime Minister will be. So all of this road is decorated and also closed for vehicles. So that's why you see everyone walking in towards the Ram Ki Paidi. Like you said, the two main programs later today are the Prime Minister offering that Aarti at the ghat of the Saryu River, the Naya Ghat, and also lighting all of those diyas or participating in the lighting of all of those diyas at the Ram Ki Paidi. The UP government this time around is aiming to light more than 15 lakh diyas, meaning that they are aiming to create yet another world record. This is a significant milestone for Mr. Modi himself and the party. The BJP also, because like you said, the 2024 election is also just 1.5 years away. And more crucially, you also have the state election to Himachal Pradesh and Gujarat coming up. And that is why perhaps you had a situation where the Prime Minister went to Kedarnath, Badrinath and right now to Ayodhya just before Diwali. Of course, if you ask BJP supporters or if you ask many common people in Ayodhya, they will ask you what's wrong. I mean, they say that, he's the Prime Minister, he's perfectly entitled to do this. But obviously, in a country like India, everything has a bit of politics to it. So does this visit to Ayodhya. But at the same time, a lot of festivities also expected and thousands of people coming into Ayodhya going towards the Ram Ki Paidi, which is the main ghat where the diyas will be lit around 6:15 Sneha. So I'm sure you're going to come back to me at that point.
Yes, Alok. In fact, Alok, very interesting for viewers who may not be following what's happening in Ayodhya very closely. Every year, we seem to be having a larger and larger Deepotsav. Is this another attempt to just creation of a record of all sorts? But is it also the significance of where exactly this is happening in terms of the religious concentration, Alok?
Well, you see, Sneha, this is Ayodhya at the end of the day is also the fulcrum, right, of the combination of religion and politics, so to say. Religion in the sense that, there was a court verdict and then the Ram Temple started getting constructed at that point of time. If you remember, there was we had the first wave of the COVID pandemic and yet the Prime Minister came here. He laid the foundation stone of the Ram Temple. It was so distinct. I'm sorry to go back to those times. They were not really pleasant memories, at least of the COVID pandemic. But I remember that when we were here at that point of time, I was wearing 2 masks, a helmet and trying to do a live and, it was crazy. And yet, the Prime Minister was there. The foundation stone was laid within a certain time frame after the Supreme Court's ruling. And after that, the construction has been in progress and we've been getting regular updates from the Sri Ram Janma Bhoomi Trust that is constructing the temple. So the temple is also very important to the BJP's plans ahead of 2024. And that is why perhaps you have the situation where at least a part of the temple is going to be thrown open to devotees by December 2023 or at least early 2024. So this is something that is very important politically also for the BJP. Ayodhya is very important for the BJP. The Chief Minister, in fact, this may be Mr. Modi's first visit to Ayodhya for the Deepotsav. But the Deepotsav or the lighting of the diyas have been happening in Ayodhya for a while now, for about 5 years, and this is the 6th year today. So the Chief Minister himself has made it a point to make Ayodhya the center stage of his politics and administration too. He comes here very often. I mean, he goes to Gorakhpur, his home turf, and he also comes to Ayodhya a lot. And there are a lot of developmental works that are also taking place. For instance, if you were to walk down this road, I wish I could walk with you on a live, but I can't do that. But if you were to walk down this road, you would reach a point where there is a Lata Mangeshkar Chowk in Ayodhya now. And there's a big veena, very big, massive veena that's been put up on the main chalk. I mean, I know that that is not really development in the true sense, it's optics. But at the same time, it's also part of the beautification work of Ayodhya. The BJP and the government also say that when the temple will be constructed, that will open up more employment opportunities in hospitality, in pilgrimage, in religious affairs, etc., etc. So that's why they say that they're planning to make Ayodhya a world-class city by 2024. Whether that happens or not remains to be seen. But yes, there is a lot of activity happening. The railway station is getting renovated. An airstrip is coming up. A bigger airstrip is coming up. You have a lot of construction activity going on in the main town also. Today and before today also, the ghats have been spruced up. So a lot of activity happening in Ayodhya, and I think it is very much linked to politics, as you rightly point out.
Alok, stay with us. Let me also, you're talking about the development projects. There's of course an airport which has been promised by, I believe by 2024 itself, which is also the plan to make Ayodhya a world-class city as it would be. But when we talk about the plans for Ayodhya with this government, how is the opposition really looking at it? Because considering the message that the ruling BJP, ruling at the centre as well as in UP, is trying to give, there's also a lot of emotions involved in this for the local people. So do the locals, and how is the opposition looking at this? Are they hitting out, or are they saying anything whatsoever about this, or do they really keep quiet looking at what the optics of this might be and the impact on 2024?
Well, I think there are two aspects to it. I think the opposition really, you see, when it comes to Ayodhya, I think nobody is going to say that they're going to oppose it blatantly or something. I think it's best to ask a few people who are a little reluctant to come here. आप लोग इतनी अच्छी सेल्फी ले रहे हैं, हमसे बात भी करिए। yes, क्या नाम है आपका? विवेक गुप्ता। विवेक, अयोध्या के हैं, बाहर के? अयोध्या से। ये बताइए कि ये जो अयोध्या में डेवलपमेंट हो रहा है, या जो अयोध्या में इस तरह के कार्यक्रम हो रहे हैं, हर साल थोड़े से और ग्रैंड हो रहे हैं, इसको आप कैसे देखते हैं? क्या ये इज इट डेवलपमेंट इन द रियल सेंस, मतलब सही में हो रहा है? सर, हो रहा है, रियल में हो रहा है। जी, किस तरह से आप बताइए? इससे क्या वास्तव में जो अयोध्या का विकास हुआ पिछले 8 सालों में, काफी अच्छे ग्रोथ विकास हुआ है। किस तरह से, एक दो बिंदु गिनाइए। बिंदु जैसे एयरपोर्ट आ गया जी। और अभी तो आप देखिए यहाँ पर्यटन के लिए ये वर्ल्ड लेवल पे वो हब बन जाएगा। तो इस टाइप से काफी जी। आपका नाम क्या सर? नितिन कुमार। नितिन, ये बताइए, आपको क्या लगता है कि जितना विकास पिछले 4-5 साल में होना चाहिए था उतना हुआ है, या कहीं कोई कमी भी रह गई है? कुछ कमी रह गई है, जैसे कहीं कुछ मुद्दे हैं, लेकिन हाँ, पिछले सरकारों से तो बेहतर इस सरकार में हो रहा है, जरूर हो रहा है आपके? बिल्कुल। और इससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है? आपका नाम क्या? अर्पित, आपके हिसाब से क्या फर्क पड़ता है? अयोध्या में इस तरह का विकास आता है तो आपकी लाइफ में क्या, यंग पीपल, क्या फर्क पड़ेगा? टूरिस्ट स्पॉट ज्यादा हो गए हैं, टूरिस्ट बाहर के लोग ज्यादा आने लगे हैं, जैसे हम बनारस में देखते हैं, तो वैसे ही यहाँ पे लोग बढ़ रहे हैं। तो इससे अच्छा है कि हाँ, अयोध्या भी विकसित हो रहा है, बाहर लोग जान रहे हैं। जी मैम, व्हाट्स योर नेम? मैम, आपका नाम क्या है? नेहा। Where are you from, Neha?
I'm from Delhi.
You're from Delhi?
Yes.
So have you come to Ayodhya to witness this?
Yes, I've come for the first time. Yes.
What's your first impression of Ayodhya?
I'm really excited and looking forward to this Deepotsav. I've heard 17 lakh diyas are going to burn, and Modi ji and Yogi ji have come. So very thrilled and excited. I've come along with my husband and son for the first time.
All right.
Yes.
What's your name, sir? Rohit. Rohit, what do you think? I mean, do you think that Ayodhya is progressing and developing in a real sense, so to say?
No, everything is real right now. Actually, what I have seen in this place, loads of development is needed. Actually, development is needed. So, I think it's a start of process. As my wife said, she has come for the first time.
But you've come earlier.
I have come with my friends, but so people like us are coming for the first time. If we are coming, then obviously we are booking the tickets and we are booking the hotels, eating at the places, shopping. So I think this is going in the right way. Let's see how it goes.
What's your son's name?
Madhav.
How old is he?
He's 1 year.
Oh, he's 1 year old. चलिए, कोई बात नहीं. So you can have a good time. Thank you so much. Yeah. So I think this is also one aspect of this entire sequence of events that are taking place beyond the politics, beyond what is happening when it comes to the bigger leaders. I think you have, like, you saw somebody coming in from Delhi, and you saw these people also saying that they'd like to witness the Deepotsav celebrations, they'd like to see what's happening. So at the end of the day, it's a good thing, again, even this is linked to politics in a way, you see, because you were asking me about the opposition. So the opposition, you will not hear anyone blatantly criticizing what's happening in Ayodhya. In fact, we were just discussing this, that if a government were to change in Uttar Pradesh, then would the Deepotsav celebrations continue in the same manner as they are right now? The gut is that perhaps they will, because this is something that is drawing so many people. It is linked to faith, etc. So I don't think any government in the future, if it comes in, will change this. But yes, politically it's advantageous for the BJP for sure, because you have many people coming and you see a lot of praise, you hear praise for the Prime Minister, for the Chief Minister. So it does benefit the BJP, right?
Alok, what is very interesting, and last time when you were there, and I have to see Alok's expression at this point. I know we're talking about a very serious event that's happening in Ayodhya, but Alok, last time when you were in Ayodhya when the foundation stone was laid, you had actually given a sense of the sweets that were there. I remember you had done an interview with somebody who was selling jalebis there, but today's Diwali Eve and I see you without any vendors around you. Is that not there?
No, it is very much there, but because the Prime Minister is coming, there are more restrictions, Sneha. I mean, you've covered Kerala for years, for God knows how many years. You know what happens when the Prime Minister comes. So, we had to keep our OB vans at a different location. We can only stand here. I wish I had a working mobile network, so I'd have taken you more inside to where the sweets are, to where more fun is happening, but I can't. My OB is static and I have to be here. But at least look at the silver lining. I can speak to you on a live chat.
So give us a sense of on the ground, such a mega event happening, Prime Minister coming there for the first time after the 2020 foundation stone which was laid, huge security cover which would have been there. Of course, you're not able to use your mojo also to take us around, jammers in place. You're not getting us any vendors around you to interview. That's your trademark. You would give us a sense of what locals really feel on the ground. So quite handicapped as a reporter, but what's the security level on the ground, considering there's a massive Deepotsav and a massive Aarti with the Prime Minister and the CM both present for this?
Yes, so I'll just step aside and try and give you a sense of what's happening. So you see these barricades, right? If Rajesh can just pan and show you these barricades. So these barricades have been put up on all roads and also on the entry point to Ayodhya. So this road that you see on your screens right now is one of the main entry points to Ayodhya. And right at the beginning of this road, you have a barricade and the police is not allowing any vehicles. Like for us in the media, we were asked to get to Ayodhya before 10 in the morning. They said that after 10, we are not going to allow your vehicle. So which they didn't. So we got here before 10. Everyone else who's coming in has to basically come in, park their vehicles outside and then walk, I think, about 1 or 2 kilometers to get to the Ram Ki Paddy or to the main area where the diyas will be lit. In fact, you can see, young people and also some older people having to walk all the way because there is no public transport or any other form of transport that is being permitted today from that side. But that is also because the Prime Minister is here and the security is a little bit restrictive, as it is when the Prime Minister visits any location. Beyond that, the people do have a free run in the sense that, if you are willing to walk from that point all the way to the Ram Ki Paddy, there is no obstruction. Nobody is going to stop you. You will be checked and you will be allowed onto that site. The diyas are being lit all the way from here. From this side, where you see a gentleman, actually he is a colleague in another channel making a video, but beyond that the diyas are going to be lit all the way from there to the main Ram Ki Paddy. And again, there is security, there are barricades, there are police who will check you if you want to go that side. So yes, there is security, but I think the security is not hindering those who want to come and witness the festivities. They can very well go do so. They can go to wherever they want, and that is what is happening. And also, as the night falls, I think all of these decorations that have been put up are going to look even better because they have been put up in a sense to reflect what happens a little later in this evening when the diyas are lit.
Alok, I know it's been a long while for you also that you've been standing by, but before we move on, can you just recap what our viewers are going to expect in the next few hours with Prime Minister still being in Ayodhya and of course at the Ram Temple? How does his schedule look like for the rest of the evening?
Well, so he's going to be here till about 7:30 in the evening, Sneha, which is 2 hours and 10 minutes more. Like we said, we were discussing, he was at the Ram Janmabhoomi where he offered prayers and inspected the construction site of the Ram temple. He's going to come to the Ram Katha Park here where he will spend 30 to 40 minutes. He may speak also. After here, he's going to go to the Ram Ki Paidi, which is the main ghat by the Saryu River, or the Naya Ghat, which is the main ghat by the Saryu River, and the Ram Ki Paidi, where the diyas are lit. So he'll take part in an aarti there. Then he will also participate in the lighting of the diyas. And after that, he's going to head back to Lucknow and onwards to New Delhi. So he's going to be here for another 2 hours and 10 minutes for sure.
Right, Alok. Alok, is he still, where is he right now? Is he still with CM Yogi Adityanath at the Ram temple?
The Chief Minister is with him, very much so. The Chief Minister is with him. He may have left the Ram temple now. I believe that he's going to arrive at the Ram Katha Park in just a bit. So I guess we may hear from him in the next some time. Even if we don't, he's going to participate in the lighting of the lamps, like I said, just in a short while from now.